What is going on, everyone? Hope you're having an amazing Friday. Wrapping up the week here, trying to finish out the month strong, probably like a lot of you, all my sellers out there, trying to make shit happen into the month. Maya McHale says she's busy. I feel you. John Blake, what's going on, man? Scott Rivers and I are getting ready to record a podcast later today. Scott, go ahead and drop the link for your podcast in the comments too. Let everyone know what you're to go and follow it. So definitely excited for today, just like every Friday. So make sure to mark your calendars. Go ahead and put a little calendar invite in there. Every Friday, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, 7:30 Mountain, 6:30 Pacific. That's right. If you're in San Francisco right now, give me a shout out. I don't know if we have any SF folks. Usually the SF folks like to get up early. They like to go for a hike. You know, everyone goes to bed in San Francisco at 10 p.m. So they're up early. They're up at 'em. What's going on, Taryn? All right, everyone. So this week is weekly recap number 105. That's right. Last week, I didn't realize this. Last week was 2 full years of the weekly recap. So we've been trying to do this basically to talk about marketing trends, sales trends, what's going down, what do I think is important, what happened in the week, what do I think would be interesting for you all to know. So this last week, as if you don't know about this, every Monday I do a Jake and Friends session, which is just me. Sometimes the friend is just me. Sometimes it's me as my own friend. And I talk about different topics or whatever it is. There we go. John Blake, Folsom, California. What up? West Coast in the house. I love it. Getting up early. I appreciate you, John, for showing up so early. But I had a good friend of mine, Mateo, on Escarapore. I went for it. That is how you spell it. So Mateo is a leader I had a chance to get to know. Mateo ran a 40-person SDR team in New York, one of the biggest teams in New York. There you go. Shelby's got it highlighted. Love that, Shelby, coming in hot with the YouTube link. So go check it out on YouTube. He's now a published author. Quit the SDR game, published author. Go check out his book. We'll drop the link for that too. You can pre-order now. We sold like 30 copies. Let's see if we can sell some more copies now. But he's a really, truly amazing individual. I think you all will get a ton of value out of that. We talked about the power of storytelling, his experience in sales. His book, Black Buck, is about being a young African-American male who's growing up in sales and kind of experiencing all the startup world. The funny part is his publisher and a lot of the people that did the pre-reads didn't even believe half the shit. They're like, nobody uses this many jargon words. This isn't how people at startups actually behave. And he's like, this is not fiction. So it was a pretty awesome talk. Go check it out. Also on Monday, we had a pretty great session internally. So there's a framework that we're utilizing from 4 Disciplines of Excellence. If you're not familiar with that book, go check it out. Sebastian Green from Nova Scotia, Canada. What's up, Sebastian? Nova Scotia, if you haven't been, by the way, is one of my favorite places on the planet Earth. I've been there like 5 times, to Cape Breton, to Halifax. I love all of it. So what we worked on Monday is our Q3, Q4 goals. So as a company, what we're starting to do is look at longer time horizons. And so the challenge I gave to all of our departments was, what's your December 2021 plan? Where do you want to be in December 2021? And therefore, what are the things that you need to do over the next 6 months? What are your leads and lags? What are the things you need to do daily and weekly that will equal the outcomes that you need to then hit your 2021 goals? And so I highly encourage everyone to think about that mindset. If you're always just focused on the day or tomorrow or the day in front of you or a week in front of you, you're never going to accomplish big things. I'm going to tell you right now, it's never going to happen for you, right? So you are never going to be all time if you are constantly firefighting in your week. It's never going to happen for you because you're not focused on the big picture. So we did it. I was super, super proud of the team, super, super proud of what everyone was able to accomplish. Do me a favor, toss a hand clap or a like if you're a goal setter. If you're one of those people who likes to set goals, I'm always curious how many people actually enjoy goals or not. So next segment up is Jake's Take. So this is every week. Maybe there's a topic that's top of mind for me. This week was around leadership. And so for all my leaders out there, leadership is something that is learned. And are there people that have charisma? Are there people that have the ability to get uncomfortable relatively quickly? Are there people that have those types of skills, right? All right, so it looks like we have some goal setters in here, about 4 or 5. And that's the beginning. But there's also techniques, my friends. There's also techniques. How to have a one-on-one, right? How to actually motivate people. These are all things that you can learn. And I'm telling you, because I learned these techniques. You know, when I became a leader at Career Builder for the first time, I went through a leadership training program. They taught me all kinds of shit, right? And I'm like, I can't imagine how terrible of a leader I would be if I didn't have that. And I was just slinging it from the gut 24/7, right? I already need enough work as is, right? My team can attest to that. So leadership can be taught 100%. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe that there's these natural born leaders in this whole shit that, like, you know, oh, if you're, you know, they're born with it. No, they're born with the ability to get maybe uncomfortable and maybe some charisma, but there are also techniques. Some of the best leaders I know are boring, right? They're boring, right? They're not the most energized, exciting people. Jim Collins and Good to Great even talked about this, I think. So go check out that book. Lots of book recommendations coming at you this morning. All right, this week's in the news. Baseball is back. For a lot of you, you're like, who the hell gives who gives a shit? I have actually been to every single baseball stadium. That is a fun fact about Jake Dunlap. As of last year, I've been to all 30 Major League Baseball stadiums. What I love about baseball is it's the only sport where it's like you can kind of half pay attention and like still have a great time. So I like to go to the park. My wife, everybody shows out. We go to the park. My son is 5. He's been to like 13 baseball parks now. So, you know, NFL is back coming up. So again, I think for a lot of people, we're trying to get back to normal as the virus is continuing to spread. I think for a lot of sales teams, you know, I think the important thing to understand with sales teams is that our country is very, I mean, they're divided politically. That's a whole other thing, but also divided from an industry success standpoint. And I think you've got groups that are doing really well in segments. You've got groups that are doing okay and groups that are doing really bad. And so for sales, and I want all of you to think that, like, just like different parts of the country are being hit, et cetera, there's also different industries that are doing really, really well. John Blake, do not say go Yankees, man. Come on. There's different parts of the country that are being hit really hard. Different segments are being hit really hard too. So, you know, think about that. Another thing I want to talk about is the House voted to ban TikTok on federal devices. I think for me, if you are on TikTok's a very interesting platform. I think if you're in B2B right now, you don't need to really think about it. I would wait, play it out, right? They voted 336 to 71 to ban TikTok. It was already banned by military. So look, if you're in B2B, you know, you can mess around with TikTok here or there. Don't get lost in a TikTok hole, man. I'm telling you, like, there's funny ass videos on it. I've deleted it from my phone. I can't take it anymore. Right. But it's really interesting to see how the federal government is stepping into social media, right? LinkedIn right now is a very safe platform, but I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with TikTok in particular over the next, we'll call it 2 to 3 months. So in this week's Ask Jake Anything, that's right, hashtag Ask Jake Anything. If you put a hashtag out there, Shelby Woods from my team, she will go scour the internet. She's like Carmen Sandiego. If you don't get that, well, they rebooted Carmen Sandiego, so a lot of you might get that reference now, right? She will go find it. So we've got a couple of questions here. First one is, and I love this question. I got this one live. I think it was on... Maybe we got this one live on Monday, which is, how feasible is it to have a lifelong career in sales? Okay. You know, given the employee company relationship structure is struggling and quota carrying roles are such a grind every single day. From Mr. Jeremy Burns. Let's give a shout out to Jeremy Burns on there. I actually had a call with him yesterday. So it's about having a career in sales here in 2020. And I think it's a really interesting question. I think we've got a systemic problem in companies where, because employee tenure is so short, companies aren't investing enough time in their people. And because people are leaving so quickly, companies don't want to waste the money to invest in their people. And somewhere it's got to stop. Somewhere it's got to break, right? To where if people are, if you're an individual at a company, you've got to make a commitment and find a company that's going to make a commitment to you. On the flip side of this, I think what it means to be in sales in 10 years is going to be dramatically different. I was on a call last night. I'm a limited partner in a venture fund called Stage 2 Capital. And I sat in on one of the breakout sessions we had monthly. We do this monthly and sometimes quarterly. And it was about enterprise selling today. And the room was predominantly, if not all, was it all? Yikes. It was all old white dudes. And so enterprise sales is dominated apparently by old white dudes at the SVP and CRO level. And the way that they were talking about being back in the field and getting on planes and stuff, I'm like, is that how it's going to go down? I don't know. I think we're going to more and more see people building out inside sales teams, higher quality of life. So yeah, I think it's possible, but I think what it means to be in sales is going to be different. I think it's going to be more project management based. I think there's a few other things. So that's what's up, Jeremy. And again, guys, let's see. It's 8:42. Got a call at 9 Central. So if you guys have a few questions, I'll try to take a few questions. If you get enlightened at any moment, make sure Shelby is KPI'd on the number of light bulbs that she gets. Right. So Shelby's, as of right now, right, Shelby's main KPI is how many people can click the light bulb button at once, to where Shelby knows that the content that she's helped to curate is enlightening. So see what you can do for her. Last question, ask Jake anything. How important is knowledge of sales for someone in the operation or non-sales side of a business? This is from Anonymous on LinkedIn. So I think it's very important to understand how your company makes money. Meaning, I don't know if you need to understand sales, but what I do think you do need to do is understand your buyer. If you don't understand your buyer, there we go. We got some light bulbs coming in, only like 3 or 4 guys. There we go. All right, let's get some more light bulbs in there for Shelby. All right. If you are an engineer, an accountant, a CFO, a marketing manager, a operations leader, a business analyst, if you don't know your buyer, why are you even working there? If you don't understand the buyer of the company that you work for, why are you even there? I want you to think about that. You have to know your buyer. It's how you should be making financial decisions. It's how you should be making marketing decisions, right? All the above, okay? So if you don't understand how your company makes money, if you don't understand who your company's buyer is, go check it out. There we go, Shelby. Shelby, you got plenty of light bulbs on that one. So that's a good one. So that's my advice is I don't think somebody needs to know sales, but I do think they need to know what you do and how you make money. All right, so let's talk about next week, upcoming events. A couple ones I want to shout out. Shelby, I tagged you in this, so drop the link for Tuesday's webinar. This is going to be amazing, okay? So Monday, actually both these are going to be fun. So Monday, my Jake and Friends is with Gerard Best Mitchell, the best dressed guy who wears yellow every day you're ever going to meet. Gerard is, if you don't follow Gerard, I'm telling you, please follow Gerard. He's hilarious. You follow him on Instagram too. He's even more hilarious. But the dude loves LinkedIn, cares about it. And also Matt Flaman. So both these guys are LinkedIn experts. We're just going to chop it up talking about LinkedIn on Monday at noon Eastern. So Monday at noon every week, I've got Jake and Friends, right? Jake and Friends, tune in. And Tuesday, I'm super pumped about Tuesday. All right. A couple of there we go. We got the pictures up there. You're killing it today, Shelby. All right. So if you don't know about what's going down on Tuesday, okay, we've got 2 amazing CEO LinkedIn creators. Okay. What do I mean by that? These are 2 people that between the 3 of us, me, Jackie, and the team, we have almost 220,000 followers, and we're all CEOs. And so here, I'm going to drop the links to everyone so you can check it out. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to drop the links to Prickshaw. Let's see. And Jackie, if you don't know these amazing Prickshaw, there she is. So here's Prekshaw's link. She is like crushing it in San Francisco. So there you go. Follow her. She has over 170,000 followers. 170,000 followers. And if you don't follow her, Jackie Hermé, right? I don't, Jackie, I apologize in advance. I might not. That might not be it. CJ, we got to make sure I actually know how to pronounce these names. You know how terrible I am with this. Jackie is one of the most dynamic women that I know on both LinkedIn and Instagram. So I've got a chance to kind of follow Jackie over the last 2 years. If you are an executive, okay, if you are thinking about being in leadership, all three of us are CEOs of small businesses and tech startups who have amassed massive followings on LinkedIn to drive business and to build community. And I think a lot of executives don't quite get it. They don't understand. What's up, Vlad? They don't quite understand that this isn't about people trying to get LinkedIn famous. This is about individuals trying to grow their business and realizing that brand is on the come up, right? We've been too focused on digital marketing, ROI on every single thing that we haven't spent enough time focusing on the importance of brand and what brand can actually mean for you as an individual. So Shelby, by the way, you still got Gerard and Matt up there in case you didn't, if you're still just promoting them. I mean, don't get me wrong, these guys look fantastic, but so make sure to tune in Monday and Tuesday. Super pumped for that. Should be really amazing from like those two groups and those two individuals. And we're just going to talk about how to do it. So I think it should be a great conversation. So I got time for one question here. I already saw the one that I want. It was, where is it? Oh, wait, I lost it. Somebody asked me about the future of sales. Where do I think the future of sales is? Right? So future of sales, where do I think it's headed? So I believe what's happening is marketing is getting better and better at educating people. Okay, marketing is getting better and better at getting people to a certain level of intent. What I believe is going to happen is where sales comes in is that beginning phase. I need to get you excited. I need to know if this is valid, and I need to get you into the process. I then believe that then a project manager type role takes over a lot of the day-to-day management of deals. And it's a role that doesn't exist today that will exist. That's pre-sales, to where me as a salesperson, I do the first call. I'm like, all right, is there something here or not, Maya? Yes, great. Let's get some other people involved. Okay, let's vet it out. Let's put together a solution. Okay, we feeling good about this? Okay, I'm going to loop in John. John is going to kind of coordinate with the end users, take care of that. He's going to coordinate meetings. Salesperson just parachutes in, does some wave hands, and then hands it off. And I think it's just going to continue to squeeze what actually sales means to be in. So, look, it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be. Where can we find that white V-neck, Brandon? This is from Good Life, if you are wondering. Good Life, I have a lot of Good Life V-necks, and they make a very quality V-neck, in case you are wondering. So, Brandon, as usual, I appreciate you chiming in. Brandon is a massive Charles Barkley fan. So just like me, Brandon loves CB. So I love that. So, all right, my friends, that's the weekly recap number 105, right? So every Friday, make sure to mark your calendars, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. Show up like my man, John Blake, showing up on the West Coast, Folsom, CA, represent. And make sure to tune in Monday at 12 Eastern for Gerard and Matt. And definitely sign up for the webinar. Sign up for that conversation between Jackie and Prekshaw and myself. It's going to be amazing. All right, everyone. So that, my friends, is a weekly recap number 105. I'm out.